Hey yo, what's the deal? It's the Don, Tony Teflon, House Teflon. We pull the strings. And this is a Game of Thrones 6 and 7 episode review. Now, I had to do 2 because episode 6, we're going to start with this right off the bat. Let me explain to you about episode 6. Coming off the episode that it came off of, which was a great episode, I was so disappointed in it. And I can't even talk to you about this episode. I was so disappointed. But I'm going to try to tell you exactly the deal about this one, alright? Because Jon Snow and Ygritte, I'm a Game of Thrones fan. I read the books. I read the books. I like the Game of Thrones. I'm not here. I don't like the good guy wins every time. He's gonna win no matter what. I don't like shows like that. If I like shows like that, I watch regular TV. Well, LL Cool J ain't dying unless his contract is up, and it's not. Ice-T ain't dying. People like this, they living. That's why I like Game of Thrones, because you don't know what's going to happen. I don't need to see Jon and Ygritte kissing on the top of the wall. I don't need that. I don't want that. I don't need to. There's dead people down there coming to get you. You just survived cliffs and all this stuff, and rocks, mountain slides, and people trying to chop you off on purpose and everything else. I don't need to see this Titanic Leonardo scene kissing on the top. That's me. I don't want to see it. I don't need to see it, and I don't appreciate seeing it. Now I understand that there's lady viewers that probably never read the books, and and they need to see like Jon and need to see some shit like this and all that. I don't care about that. I'm talking about me. Alright? And Tony Teflon don't need to see no Titanic shit. Piss me off. 2, Sam's fat ass. I don't need to see this Porky Pig motherfucker singing a goddamn song to this buck-toothed chick with a baby. I'm not interested in this. Last time we seen them, they're supposed to be running from their lives. These dudes just massacring Walmart, and everybody else, and he's getting chased, and the guys are run, piggy, we gonna find you, like some deliverance shit. And next time I see this dude, okay, I'll sing you a song. I don't need to see that. I don't want to see that. I don't need to see this dude do this. It's just nuts. And this is why I had to wait a week. Because I figured the next episode, R.R. Martin wrote it, it's got to be hot. So there's nothing I could say about the other one. The review would have probably been over. You know what I mean? What else happened in that episode? What else was there? Anything special? No, nothing special. The scene with Tywin and the lady of the Queen of Thorns. I mean, all right. So you want to see them go tit for tat, and she's just like, listen, this dude swallows swords, do whatever. And Tywin was shocked that he admitted it so quick. And then Tywin tried to play listen, I'm gonna do what happened to Jaime. What happened to Jaime was Jaime got put in the King's Guard. You know what I mean? So you're going to lose all your lands and everything else and stuff like that. And then she was just like, it's rare you meet a guy who really lives up to his what people say about him, and she breaks the shit and say it's on, motherfucker. And that's basically it. Like, listen, you could write it all you want. He ain't coming to the King's Guard no matter what. I'm breaking your shit, and that's it. Now, let's see what's good. And that's basically where it left at. So, 2 good actors, yes, that was a good scene. I'm not saying that I'm a really big fan of the show. And I'm not saying that that's episode was terrible. I'm just saying, coming off the great episode, you think you were getting something and we're building somewhere, and just to come with this cliche, too much cliche shit that I did not need to see, and it just take stuff away from everything. And you got Melisandre going over there and bagging up Gendry and stuff like this, and grabbing him up and stuff. And I like to see Melisandre. I think she's hot, number one, and I like to see it because she represents my man Stannis Baratheon, the true king of Westeros. And don't forget it. So I like to see it for those reasons and anything dealing with his storyline. So she bagged this dude up, and obviously by her bagging him up, and if you read the books, and this is not a spoiler or anything because obviously it's not going to be in there, but if you read the books, obviously by her bagging him up, it eliminates one character who's not going to be in it and do anything, so it's not a spoiler. But so it eliminates one character that was in the books that won't be in the show, and I could understand why they did it. There was really no need for that, and Gendry can just use Gendry for these storylines for this dude, so it's cool to do that, give him some more screen time and everything else. So I'm not mad at that or anything. They did that. That's alright. It's an adaptation. That's cool. But that's what they did, and that's why I said the other week I thought I heard a name when Stannis was looking at the babies that were in the thing, and I guess the name I heard was right. So that ties all that in together. So that's what happened then. And then what? Then what else do we get? We get Tyrion. Oh, Tyrion. He's got to marry the prettiest chick up in there. And she going to be crying about it and stuff like that. And you see her crying at the end. And she's watching Littlefinger's boat. And people didn't know or thought that was like a Tyrell boat. But no, the sigil on the boat was the Mockingbird, and that was Littlefinger's boat pulling away because he told her to rock with him, and she didn't want to rock with him. She thought she was going to be slick, so she get what she get. You know what I mean? And now she's stuck where she's stuck, and he's out the door, and she had a chance to bounce. And that's what she gets for trying to be slick and crafty. And that's another thing I got to talk about. Littlefinger. The portrayal of Littlefinger is not in any way the way he was supposed to be portrayed. He's too obvious. Littlefinger, you're not supposed to know or suspect that he's doing anything at all at this point. At all. You're not supposed to think he's doing up to anything. Just a regular guy walking around, runs a couple of brothels. That's all you're supposed to think about. And they got him sitting there staring at the throne, and I've counted this only 200 of these swords. I counted them all. I know this. That is not Littlefinger. You don't operate like that. I mean, this is how they're having him operate, so we have to say he does operate like this. But this is not the way he's supposed to operate. And that pisses me off, because the other way is so much better. So much better. And I don't know why you wouldn't just leave him like that. Just let him be subtle about things. And you're just ruining it. You're ruining this man's character. He has a chance to be one of the best character of them all. And they're taking that away from him. For whatever reason. So I just don't like the way they're doing him like that. They're doing him dirty when they do him like that, So you got Littlefinger pulling that out. And then he says the line of varies and stuff like that. It's chaos. It's a ladder, and you see Roz, and she's shot up and killed. And so what? Roz is not a character from anything but the show. And she ran her course. She jumped the shark. There's no need to really see Roz anymore. I've seen her naked enough, and she just wasn't going to pull off anything else. So that's why she had to bounce. So who cares that Roz is gone? This episode was just, oh my God, what else happened in that episode? Roz, Tyrion, Littlefinger. What happened? happened. John, stupid. Ingrid, stupid. Daenerys, she's in it. Theon. I mean, I'm just going to have to really go into the next episode because, in all honesty, that episode was very disappointing. I don't understand what they're doing. So, hopefully, on the next episode, the maiden and the bear, it gets better. And it really can't get worse. So, we're going to talk about that right now. Now, the maiden and the bear. I had very high expectations on this one because R.R. Martin, he wrote it. So, going from the episode, let me talk about it. They did a lot of stuff in this one episode. So many different spots, so many different places. I don't think they need to go to all those places. I think they could have condensed it down and made a hell of an episode out of this episode. And I just think that, well, let's talk about the maiden and the bear scene, since that's the name of the episode, right? My head wiggling. I had a little Bill Cosby moment, my head wiggling. So, let's talk about that real quick, the maiden and the bear. Alright, so you got Jamie. He's out there. He talks to Lord Bolton. Lord Bolton's going off to the wedding. And he says, give them my regards. Give the Starks our regards as he leaves. Then he leaves. You see this Meister. He wants to get his change back because this cat likes to experiment, put, poison in people and do stuff like that. And then try to cure them or see what happens to them and try to research stuff, which the U.S. government did it to people, black people and everything else and all that, and gave them sexually transmitted diseases just to see the effects and gave them placebos to see what happened to him. So this has been going on from the beginning of time. He got caught, lost his stuff, so he thinks Tywin's going to hook him up. If he helps him out, he's doing a good job. Tells Jamie, listen, these people are going to do whatever they do. They're going to die. So Jamie goes back, tries to be valiant about it with his one hand. This chick's up in there with the bear, swinging a wooden sword like Arya was training with, one of those training swords, swinging it around. The bear snuffs it. Jamie jumps in there. And then this guy shoots a crossbow at the bear, distracts the bear, allows him to escape. For the title of the episode, the bear scene was whack. The whole episode was titled this. And you devoted, you rushed it. And you devoted nothing to it. All the CG you put in there for these dragons to swoop around and grab a piece of meat and fly around, take away some of that and put CG on the bear. And make this bear fight, make her rolling around with this bear, tussling. Make this dramatic. Make him jump in there and tussle with the bear. And then they both grabbing at the bear. And the bear's grabbing them both and rolling around. And then an arrow hit it. Then, not the way. It just seemed like. It seemed like Hercules and Xena. It seemed like a scene from that. That's what it reminded me of. Low budget. And there's no reason for HBO to be low budget with the greatest show on the planet. So I just don't understand that scene I just don't understand it. I mean, the things that everyone said, Martin wrote it. So yes, it was perfect. Everything that came out of everybody's mouth should have came out of that person's mouth. That person's supposed to say that. And if Peter Baelish was in these episodes, R.R. Martin would have had him said nothing. He just had him standing in the background, not saying anything at all, because that's what he's supposed to be doing. But anyway, that's the problem I had with the whole bear scene. It was just put some of that CG money into the bear. Let him tussle. You just rushed it. It's the name of the episode. You devoted 3-4 minutes to it. The ride back, and he's looking around, and I can't find anyone. They go upstairs, and they go, oh, look at you with the bear. And come on. I mean, the bear's a good actor. Bob the Bear, whoever the bear was that did it, did a good job, but the bear could have did better. You could have had that much better. The scene the gladiator scene from Rome with Titus Pullo and Lucius Vorenus was 1,000 times better than that scene. And they should have looked at that scene and seen how they did that and switched that execution into the bear and did a scene like that. That's the way it should have went down. Look at that. And if you want to see a real scene from inside of that type of time period, the way it should have been done, because this book deserves that much respect. Next, in this episode, the Ingrid John situation again, and this dude jealous trying to take him away. Alright, now you want to have Johnny has a rival, a guy who tried to kill him, and now he wants his chick and everything else. And John ain't sweating it. He's like, whatever. She ain't going nowhere. Look at this dude. This dude look like that guy from the guy who exterminates the bugs. The guy who got caught for smoking the fake marijuana. He looks like that dude while he's smoking that marijuana. And you think John worried about that dude taking this chick? Come on, man. This chick's impressed by a goddamn windmill. Think he's really worried about that? So that, listen, again. And then you got this dude with the beard, trying to act like he gonna show somebody some fucking skills. This motherfucker look like he ain't fucking no one ever. And he's trying to be like this motherfucker. That's not Brad Pitt. That's not Tony Teflon. Look at you, motherfucker. This bearded motherfucker. The fuck is he doing? You gotta make it like a seal's back. Make it nice and wet like a seal's back. Motherfucker, seal's back. What the fuck are you talking about? You ain't made shit nothing, man. What the fuck is going on? Craziness. For real. Hopefully that part was supposed to be funny, because it makes me laugh. But I find he read a lot of crazy stuff anyway. But I don't know. But listen, this guy's doing this nutty stuff. Nutty stuff, nutty. Anyway, yeah, this guy's doing all that stuff to Johnny's Storm Babe. And I understand what they're going with it. And I understand what they're trying to build towards and stuff by being a book reader and stuff like that. So, this episode was better than the last episode, but not as good as the one before that, which is still, I understand 3 episodes left. They want to start building that up. So they're not going to give you too much. So they just want to set a lot of things up. And I think they let George. They said, all right, George, we need to set up a lot of stuff here for these last 3 episodes. So can you put everything in place for us? Wrap this whole thing up for us, George, please. And that's a lot to ask of the man. But since it's his book, he did it. And he did the best he could. And he did put everybody where they have to be for these final 3 episodes. He took them from wherever they were. He wrapped it up and put a nice bow on it for you. So now everyone is in position. And that's why George R. R. Martin is great. And that's what he did for this episode. So you don't get a lot of action. You get a lot of good book telling, good storytelling, good putting people in place. And then you got these guys, Catelyn and Rob, the idiot, and the other Tullys, and they're getting ready to go down to the wedding, and it's raining, and it's like, and Catelyn's telling this, how much time? Go in the rain, whatever. Oh no, we don't have to go in the rain. Oh, this guy, this guy is grimy. He's sneaky. He doesn't like things like this, and we're slighting him again and again and again. How much? And then we're gonna go there. How much slaps he's gonna get in his face? And like, oh, this is the best match his family's ever made. He's just gonna sit back and take it, and that's it. So Catelyn, everyone else is just gotta roll with it, and that's it. Then this dude, he gotta show his wife's ass. Nice little ass. Ass crack is a little short for me. I wish it was a little longer. But anyway, she's nice ass on that chick, and they gotta show this scene, and how am I gonna go plan on war when you're laying here like this? Why you trying to plan a war when you got someone laying there like that? You better just get done what you need to get done. put that chick to sleep. Obviously, if she's ready to go, you didn't finish the job. Period. Or she'd be ready to get put to sleep, and you didn't put that to sleep. So you playing yourself, homeboy. So then you're gonna sit back and you're gonna do that, look at your little chess pieces and stuff like that, and that's basically that scene there. And then you got Theon Greyjoy. And we have another sex scene again. I don't mind the sex scene, I'm a man. And those chicks was long. Not short like the other chick. The crack was long and perfect. So these chicks' ass crack was right. And these chicks, that little skinny chicks was right. They was doing their thing. They got Theon all woodied up and everything else. He was all bonky beast out. And what happens? Here comes this cat with the knife again, about to fillet the skin off his shit. And that's just the way it's going down, and that's what happened. Looks like it happened to him, because it looked like his feet were filleted already. And that's what he gets, messing with these dudes. So that's Theon over there getting tortured still. And, I don't mind. I know people, I heard people say, oh, we don't need to see Theon getting tortured. I do. I want to see it. I want to see all the torturing. Everything they said happened to him. I want to see it. I want to see it all. Don't leave that stuff out. That's what makes these people. And if you don't show that and you take that away, you're not going to have the same emotion towards these people that you get when you read the book. So you have to show these things. And you have to show all this. And Theon deserves it. He's a turncoat. Forget what this man did. He killed 2 boys, burnt their body, and hung them up like what? Like that's like you a warrior or something. Pussy, man. You're getting what you get. Now you get no more pussy. Bye-bye. And that's it. Get the Bozak. Not for you. Theon Greyjoy. You asked out, son. So that's that with him. Who else is there? Arya. Arya's my second favorite character in the show. I love little Arya. You know what I mean? And I will talk about her other... And first she runs into Melisandre from the other episode, since I did the other episode too. She runs into Melisandre, and then Melisandre grabs her face and is looking at him like, listen, I see 3 sets of eyes that you're going to close forever and put to sleep straight up. So whoever these 3 eyes are, they assed out, because Melisandre's seeing it in Arya's future. There's 3 eyes she's putting to sleep, and she gave the color of the eyes. So whoever has those 3 color eyes, you best watch out for Arya, because she's closing them forever, like Melisandre said. And that's the prophecy saying. And she said she'll see her again. So then that goes. She grabs up Gendry, blah, blah, does all that. Melisandre, and then in this episode, tells Gendry finally who he is. So now Gendry realizes, you're Robert Baratheon's son. That's why he's so strong. That's why he's so good in battle. That's why he has all these natural gifts. So now he understands that. He has king's blood in him, and she's taking him back, I guess, to Stannis. That's that. Now jumping back to Arya, she's mad at these dudes for letting all that happen and letting him get taken away. They're trying to explain to her, but then they say, listen, we got a little jump off over here. Let's just run over here real quick, smash these cats, and then come back. Arya gets mad, like, yo, you told me you're going to take me right now. What's good? So she runs off, and this little girl just can't catch a goddamn break. You know what I mean? This girl worships the god of death. She can't catch a break. And she runs to run into the one motherfucker that she's got no chance to ever. The motherfucking Hound. And he's like, take all the fuck you want. Do whatever you want. You are caught. And you're caught, Arya. My little girl. You're caught. Gendry's gone. Man. Arya's my little peoples too, man. You know what I mean? I don't like seeing that. So then Arya's bagged up. So then you got Sansa and this chick is basically trying to tell her, like, listen, don't sleep on Tyrion. I heard he's got skills in the bedroom. He's nice to you. People aren't always ideal, but ladies in our position, you have to do your role. It's just like Catelyn told Robb. You have to do your role. And he didn't do his role, and he married this chick, and now the Freys are mad at him, and that's why they got to do all this, because he didn't do his role. When you have certain titles, you have to do what the title calls for. You can't just run off doing what you want. If you want to be a free man and do that, go beyond the wall and marry whoever you want and go live in a mud hut. But if you want to be the king and everything else, this is what you have to do. But Rob's an idiot. So this chick is telling Sansa, listen, this is, you got to do your duty. And that's it. And trying to give her this, it's not that bad. He's not an ugly little dwarf, and he's got a little scar, a little gangster scar, and you heard he's good in bed and he's nice to you, and at least you're protected when this all goes down. Joffrey can never get to you anymore. No one's going to have you done. And she's saying, listen, your kids is going to be the Lord of Castle Rock and the North. So it's a win-win situation for you. And she seems like she's about it. So that seems like that's jumping off pretty well. It may work out for him in that sense. You know what I mean? So that's that situation going on there. And what else is there that happened in this episode? Daenerys Targaryen flexing her muscle again, and she's a very sexy woman. Daenerys Targaryen. I'm a Stannis dude, so I can't roll with it all the way, but the dragons look hot. I can't front on the CG. You know what I mean? These dragons is vicious. This dude came out there. They should have just burnt his ass, just his foot or something. Just burn him a little bit. Just let everyone know. I'd be burning people just to do it. And she needs to just be burning. She's a little too nice for me right now. I like a little queenly manner, and she tells the dude to do, listen, you gonna release these dudes, and this is what's gonna happen. I'm keeping your gold. Try to fucking buy me. I'm not the fucking beggar king like my brother was. I'm fucking Daenerys and the fucking breaker of fucking chains. Breaker of Chains. That's a new title that she gave to herself, which is a hot one. So she's got it over there, and she's doing a thing. This guy denies it. He runs back into the city. So now, listen, she sends out Jorah Mormont to go out there, spy, and find out who this motherfucking friends are that he's got that's supposedly so tough, that are willing to enslave her. And just the fact that he said that, he should have been burnt up, because that's why I think she was soft about it. Because if that was anybody else, that was Joffrey. If that was Robb, if that was Stannis, if that was anyone, and that dude said maybe we'll enslave you, you would have been done. You would have been sacrificed to R'hllor if that was Stannis Baratheon, of the House Baratheon, period. And that's the way it would have rolled. So let me see what else happened in this episode. I'm really trying to think. I can't really think. It was just so many places this episode went, but it went so quick you couldn't, because it had so much to cover, there's not a lot to say. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm saying George did a great job putting everybody in position where they have to be for these next 3 episodes. And it's going to finish big. Believe that. So that's why I think these other episodes weren't as hot, because, and this episode was good. Not as good as the 5th, but better than the 6th. And it was good, because George did what he had to do, what they asked him to do. I guarantee that's what happened. They said, George, please, save us here. We need you to bring everything up and put everyone up to speed where everybody is at. And he was like, fine, I'll do that for you. And so he didn't get the big climactic episode, the big cliffhanger or anything like that. He got a more challenging, daunting episode to do, one to put everything together. And that's what he did, and I guarantee that's what happened. He did a fantastic job doing that. But I can't say it's a very exciting episode. If you're book readers, it's good because the people said dialogue that was from the book, and everything was the way it's supposed to be and stuff. Taking it from the adaptation where it was, what he had to work with, and stuff like that. So, that's basically my review for these 2 episodes. I can't think of anyone else. Sansa, yes. Tyrion, yes. Jaime, yes. Brienne, yes. Jon, yes. Tywin, oh, alright, yes. Tywin and Joffrey. The funny thing about Tywin, the best part was, when he walks in, he's got the 2 gold cloaks walking with him. And while he's walking, he stops on purpose, makes them stop, and then proceeds, and they don't move, just to let everyone know, listen, what are you following me for, son? Don't be following me. Maybe not a lot of people caught that, but watch that. That's funny. And then he goes up there, and then Joffrey's trying to talk to him, and this dude just stand over him like, listen, really? Really? And he does it in a way that he has to show respect for him, but in the way to let him know he's the boss. And Tywin's very good at doing that. And that's what he did to him. Like, listen, kid, this is what it is. Hmm? And that's it. This is where the meetings are. We'll get you carried up there if you want. You want counseling? You just been counseled. All right? When you need to know something important, I'll make sure you get informed. All right? Peace. And that's it. Tywin puts him in his place. And Tywin, what's he going to say? And that's it. You know what I mean? But he's already concerned about Daenerys and stuff like that. And Three Dragons, you should be. Tywin's not. And sometimes your arrogance, gets you. And that could be someone's downfall. So, yo, sorry about last week. It's like I said, I was upset about that episode. So I held off thinking this episode would be so great I could make up for the other one. But no, honestly, it wasn't that great. But it was great at what it had to do. All right? So that's my wrap up on this. Put your comments down there. We could talk about something. Someone said something in the comment, and I can't find it. They asked me what happened if George R. R. Martin killed off Stannis Baratheon. How would I take that? Now, I can't find the comment, so I can't comment back. So I'm going to comment back right now. I'd be devastated if he kills off Stannis Baratheon. Devastated. Especially if he kills him off in the situation he's in right now, which I'm not going to go into because there's people who hasn't read the books. But he gets killed off in the situation he's in right now, I'd be devastated. But it is what it is. We shall see. Whatever happens, I accept it for what's happened. I still go on with the series. I'm still rolling my dog. You know what I mean? And that's it. Hey, yo, subscribe. Tell your peoples about me. Get them watching me. Alright? This is the Don, Tony Teflon, House Teflon. We pull the strings, baby. Peace.